welcome to Saraswati Shishu Kunj Gurwala Borsal. So in this video, we are going to learn the basic understanding of frequency distribution table by using telemarks. Okay? In video number 9, we have learned the basic introduction of the chapter. That what is data handling, then what is data, what is information, what is collection, and what is telemarks. Okay? So today we are going to learn frequency distribution table by using telemarks. How to draw frequency distribution table by using telemarks. So again, let us revise what is meaning of telemarks. Suppose we have 9 chocolates. Okay? So telemarks is what? Like this. If you want to define 9 chocolates, so we are not going to use like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is too tough to calculate all the standing lines. Okay? Telemarks means, here let us understand telemarks. So here, if you want to define 1, digit 1, okay? So we are going to define 1 by 1 standing line, okay? If you want to define number 2, so 2 is defined by 2 standing line. If you want to define 3, then 3 is defined by 3 standing line. And if you want to define 4, so 4 standing line. But on 5, we are using 4 standing line and 1 standing line. Okay? 5 is defined by a bunch of 5 like this. 4 standing line and 1 standing line. Further, if you want to define 6, so 6 is defined by a bunch of 5. Okay, so 5 plus 1, which is equals to 6. Then again, if you want to define 7, so we are using bunch of 5 plus 2, which is equals to 7. Then about 8, bunch of 5 and 6, 7, 8. Then 9, bunch of 5 and 4 standing line. So 5 plus 4, 9. And if you want to define 10, so bunch of 5 and again bunch of 5. So it is so easy to calculate the digits. Yes or no? Okay. So 5, 10, 15. So these are the bunch of 5. So easily you can count 5 plus 5, 10. 5 plus 4, 9. Okay. So this is a wrong method to use in telemarks. So these way we are using telemarks. Okay. Why we are using telemarks? So let us understand it by definition. So it is used to display the frequency of various outcomes in the sample. Means how many times a particular number occurs. Okay, that is known as frequency. Suppose here, let us take one example. Suppose blue color occurs 9 times. So we are going to define by telemarks like this. Okay, so the frequency of blue color is 9. Okay, so we are using telemarks to define the frequency of particular data. Then each entry in the table contains the count of the occurrence. What are these entries? These entries are particular data, how many times occurs, that is known as frequency. Okay, so this is the basic introduction of frequency. So let us understand how to count the frequency for particular data. Okay, so let us understand frequency distribution table with an example. So here, one girl Ekta is asked to collect the data for the size of shoes. Collect the data for the Okay, so let us understand frequency distribution table with an example. So the example is that Ekta is asked to collect the data for the size of shoes of 20 students in class. So the sizes are given below. One girl named Ekta is want to collect the size of different students. So here you can see 20 students are given. Total 20 students are given and she wants to collect their size. Okay. So here you can see the different sizes of shoes are given. So we want to prepare frequency distribution table for the given data. So whenever you are preparing frequency distribution table for any numbers. Okay, so for numbers we are first identify the maximum and minimum entry in the given data. So first let us find out the minimum shoe size, and on second number let us find the maximum shoe size. Why we are finding these two values? Because from finding minimum and maximum we can identify that from where to where we have to take the numbers. Okay, so let us find out the minimum means least value in the given data. So you can see here 4 is the least value. Okay, so 4 is the minimum shoe size given here. Then in second number we have to find the maximum number. So here you can see the greater number is 8. Okay, so 8 is the maximum shoe size. So now we have defined minimum and maximum, so we can identify that we have to take data from 4 to 8. Okay, so let us prepare frequency distribution table. So frequency distribution table is defined by 3 columns. So here let us define 3 columns. So first column is defined by data, that which information is given. So here in this question we have given the size of shoes. Okay, so here we are going to write the data shoe size. Then in second number tally marks, and we are going to count the tally marks, that is known as frequency. Okay, so this is the common table for each distribution table. Just we have to change the first number. Here the information is given about shoe size. Suppose we have given different subjects, so here we are going to write subjects. Okay, now we are going to define the numbers in the table. So you can see that we have to take numbers from 4 to 8 because the minimum number is 4 and maximum number is 8. So let us define shoe size 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. Now how we are going to define all the data in the given table? So we have to take first number. Don't count that how many times 4 is there. Like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will occur mistake. Okay. So please don't count like this. You have to go through data one by one. See, if you are going to take first number, so you have to just cancel out that and you have to define it by tally marks. So let us start here. Suppose the first digit is 4. So 4 we are going to define here. Then 5. So you have to cut one by number and that numbers you have to define in tally marks. Okay. So it will not repeat your mistake that which data is kept and which data is come in the table. Okay. So next number is 6. So let us define here 6. Then here 7. Then next number is 8. Then here 5. So 5. Then 4. Then again 5. Then here 7. Again 7. The next number is 6. Then 4. Again it's 4. Then it's 5. Then 6. Then it's 7. Then next number is 4. Here you can see 4 is defined by 4 standing line. Okay, so on fifth observation we are using standing line. Okay, on fifth observation we are not going to write like these 4 and 5. We have to use a standing line on fifth observation. Then fifth 5. So again you can see 5 occurs already 4 times. So fifth time we are using standing line. Okay, so this is a bunch of 5. Then 6. So here 6 and last 8. So you can see we have cancelled out all the numbers. There is no number which is left. So this is easy method to define the data in the given table. Okay. Now for frequency, let us count the tally marks. So you can see this is a bunch of 5. So 5. The frequency of 5 is also 5. The frequency of 6 is 4. The frequency of 7 is also 4. And the frequency of 8 is 2. Okay. Now, how we can identify that we have done correctly or not? So for checking, we are going to add the frequency. So let us find the total of the frequency. So 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 14. 14 plus 4, 18 plus 2, 20. So here you can see the total of the frequency is 20, which is equal to 20 students. So both are same. Okay. So we have made the correct frequency distribution table. Okay. So these way you can define all the data and frequency distribution table, and then you are able to find the frequency. Okay, so here in next question we have given the different choices of suites of 15 students are given below. Here 15 students are there, okay. The choices about the suites are given below. So you can see here total 15 students are given. Okay, and this is the different data of the suites. Laddu, barfi, jalebi, rasgulla, okay. Then from the data, at last we have to identify that which sweet is preferred by student the most. So how we are going to write the answer of the question? That which sweet is preferred most. So by using frequency distribution table, first we are going to identify that how many sweets are preferred differently, okay? And the most repeated frequency, that is known as the sweet that is defined by preferred by student. Okay. So now let us prepare first frequency distribution table. Same way we have to use 3 columns. But here in this data we have given different suites. Okay. So we are going to here define suites. Then in second number telemarks. Then last is frequency. Okay, now here you can see we are not able to find minimum and maximum number because here the suites are given. So how we are going to find that which is maximum and minimum? So we from the data we have to identify that which suites are differently defined here. So you can see laddu, then barfi, jalebi, rasgulla. Again it's barfi, laddu, jalebi. Means 4 different sweets are given. Okay. So from the data you have to identify that which sweets are given. So first, see here you can take any number first. Laddu you can take first or jalebi you can take first. Okay. So here let us define the different sweets. So here laddu, then barfi, then here jalebi, and here rasgulla. You can write jalebi first and laddu third. Okay, the order doesn't matter in this type of data. Okay, so now let us find telemarks and frequency from the data. So same way we have to apply. So first is laddu. Okay, then is barfi, then jalebi, then rasgulla, then again it's barfi, then again it's barfi, then laddu, then jalebi, then barfi, then it's again barfi. So you can see barfi already occurs 4 times, so it is 5th time. So we are using ascending line. Then it is rasgulla, then it's laddu, then here jalebi, then again jalebi, and last is barfi. So barfi. Okay. Now let us count the frequency from the data. So laddu occurs 3 times, so frequency is 3. Then barfi occurs 5 plus 6, so it is 6. Jalebi occurs 4 times, so it is 4. And rasgulla occurs 2 times, so it is 2. Okay. Now let us find the total of the frequency. So here 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 2, 11 plus 4, 15. So the answer is correct because the total frequency is 15 and the students are also given 50. Okay. This is not end of the question. Here we have given one question that which sweet is preferred by student the most. So you can identify from the frequency that which is the largest frequency here? 6. 6 is the greater frequency. Okay. So which sweet is preferred? On 6 the sweet is given barfi. Okay. So let us write the answer. So barfi is preferred the most by students. Okay, the frequency of Barfi is more than the other sweets, so 6. So Barfi is preferred by the different students the most. So these way we can identify the frequency and then we can answer the given questions. Okay, so after frequency distribution table, our next topic is pictograph. Pictograph means what? Picture based graph. Okay, so a pictograph represents the data through pictures of objects. Suppose we want to define chocolates. Okay, so in your pictograph you are having different chocolates. Okay, that is known as pictograph, but it helps to answer the data at a glance. Means after counting the pictograph, we can identify that how many numbers of chocolates are given. Let us understand here pictograph. Suppose we want to define girls. Okay? So in class and here girls. So in class 6, then 7 and then 8. So if you want to count the number of girls from the given pictograph, so here suppose the smileys are used for girls. Okay? So first let us draw the smileys here. Okay, so here you can see I have drawn one table. Okay, one smiley, let us take the scale. So the scale given is that one smiley is equals to 100 girls. In the given graph, we have given that one smiley is equals to 100 girls. Okay, so here you can see different divisions are given, and opposite to division we have given different girls. So let us count the different girls here. So in class 6, one smile is equals to 100, so we have given 3 smileys. So 100 plus 100 plus 100. So 300. So in class 6 there are total 300 girls. Okay. Then in class 7 we have given 2 smileys. So one smile is equals to here given 100 girls. So here 100 plus 100 which is equals to 200. So in class 7 total number of girls are 200. Then in class 8, you can see here one whole smiley is given, and in second number we have given half smiley. You can see only half face and one eye is given. Okay, means half means what? We have to take half smiley means we have to take half smiley. The full smiley is 100, so half smiley is what? 50. Okay, so in class 8, 100 plus half smiley which is equals to 50. So 100 plus 50 which is equals to 150. So it is so easy to identify with the help of pictograph. Okay. So in pictograph we have given the different picture of the different data. So from the picture we have to calculate the given numbers. So here we have given the different scale that one smile is equals to 100 girls. So we have identified that 100, 100, 100, 300. Same way 100, 100 here 200, and here half smiley is given. So we have to take half girls, so half of 100 which is equals to 50. So 100 plus 50 is equals to 150. So pictograph is also used for large amount of data. We are not able to count 1, 2, 3, 1000, 100. Okay. So we have used smileys here. So it is easy to calculate the large amount of data. Okay, so now let us understand pictograph with the help of one example. So here you can see one example given that the following pictograph shows the number of absent in the class of 30 students during the previous week. Here the absentees of the given students are given. Okay, so days are given: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and different faces of the students are given. So from the pictograph we have to write different 3 questions given below A, B and C. But before that, we are going to see the scale. So the scale is given that 1 smile is equals to 1 absent student. Okay, 1 smile is equals to 1 absent student. So A number question is that on which day were the maximum number of students absent? So here from the, okay, so in A number question we have to given that on which day were the maximum number of students absent. You can see from Monday to Saturday, number of students is more than number of students are more absent. So which day has given more students? So you can see Saturday. Saturday there are so many students given. So the answer we are going to write maximum absent students were on Saturday. If you want to count the students, then these all are 8. So 8 pictures are in a row. So maximum students were absent in Saturday. Okay. Then in B number question we have given which day had full absent. In B number we have given which day had full attendance. Means all students are present. So the number of absentees are blank. Okay. So in which day all students are present in the class? So you can see on Thursday. There is no absent student given. So that column here, that row is blank. Okay. So against the Thursday there is no picture, means no is absent. All students are present. Okay. And the last C number question is given that what was the total number of absentees in that week? Means the week table is given here from Monday to Saturday. So we have to calculate all these smileys. So that is the total of the given week. So here there are 20 pictures in all. From Monday to Saturday, if you are going to count the smileys, then total 20 students are there. So 20 pictures in all. So the total number of absentees in that weeks were 20. Okay. So pictograph is so easy to calculate a large amount of data. So it is very useful for the different information, for the different amount of data and for the calculation. So pictograph is picture based graph. Okay. So in this video we have learned frequency distribution table and pictograph. So we will meet in next video. Till then, bye everyone. Thank you.